New to 2K20? Or maybe you're a casual player playing the game more now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Traffic heading in and out of down. We are, well, yeah, DA, very understanding. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Parker out there with Collins, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Fournier in at the 2. And for the Timberwolves, they've got McDermott. J.J. Redick is out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Bjelica in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Parker. Here's Gobert. Great D that time from Hood. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Shot by Collins, no good. And so Hood will bring it up for Minnesota. No one near him. Collins grabs the miss. Parker against Hood. Low block shot. They get it again. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Another miss by Minnesota.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Parker kicks to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Collins. Fades. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Now, here's Fournier. 33 points last game. Pass to Gobert. Shoots over Redick, and it's in off the backboard.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Outside Hood. Bjelica finds Curry. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Collins. 4 on the shot clock. Curry outside. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. Mark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through center. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus All is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Yeah, just a nice little move through the contact there. Curry with the fantastic body control.
Dinwiddie dishes to Parker. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's the floater. Here's Gobert. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Curry against Dinwiddie. Out to the right wing. Parker with a clean look. Tips it up, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 8.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 or 5.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Curry against Dinwiddie. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
Tie game in Minnesota. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Curry is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's McDermott. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Hood in at the three.
Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." That's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Now, Redick, following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball. Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Curry, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's McDermott. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it's Curry at the elbow. Almost, but it rolls out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block. And you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Here's Dinwiddie. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York. Pass to Gobert. He kicks it to Fournier. A rebound by the Timberwolves. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Elitza misses. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Parker with it. Now guarded by Hood. Collins, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Curry after the made shot from John Collins. And here is Curry. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well. And
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Some incredible work in this one by Rudy Gobert. He had 12 points and 8 rebounds.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
what a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. John Collins is out there and Jabari Parker. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Pistons with possession here. Pistons leading by 3. Dinwiddie kicks to Collins. That's a 2 from Parker. The good-looking shot from the wing. Parker's got his first points of the night. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Gobert double teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Pistons now. Collins passes to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Bangs home the trifecta. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 6 now for Detroit.
Boy, I like seeing Dinwiddie get going from deep, guys. I mean, this is now a reliable shot in his arsenal.
Here's Curry, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
It's Parker with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, Parker, difficult to handle when he drives it, especially when he goes right into the defense like that.
And he can't hit the second.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Gobert finds Fournier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on J.J. Redick.
I'd like to see Fournier drawing contact on his shots. I mean, he's a crafty player who gives defenses a lot of problems.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Redick passes to Bielitsa. Up top, Curry. 1:29 left here in the third quarter. Curry, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Parker. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Parker's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, even when the shot clock is ticking down, Parker does a really good job keeping his cool, carving out just enough space to get his shots off.
McDermott with it, working on Collins. Here's Curry. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Although Fournier is known primarily for his shooting, he's a team player who also looks to distribute to his teammates.
Curry against Dinwiddie. Shoots from 12. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Jacks up a 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got 23 points.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Fournier for 3, drains the 3-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at
A little back and forth from long range. I love it.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pistons lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this.
Solid defense wins this game right here.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. J.J. Redick is out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's McDermott. And it's Bjelica in at center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. It's Parker with the drive. Kicks it out to Collins. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Collins has got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons. Curry against Dinwiddie. From deep, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Outside Collins. Parker up top, covered by Hood, and stolen by Bjelica. From the line, here's McDermott. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. 5 on the clock. Here's Hood.
And Parker is just an extremely long player, a guy who really works his behind off on defense to contest every shot that he can.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Curry against Dinwiddie. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter, and it's in there.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Here's Curry with the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Curry against Dinwiddie. And there's the pass to Gobert. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Curry against Dinwiddie from 11 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pistons leading by 7. And it's Parker in the corner. Outside Fournier. Passes it to Gobert. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 9. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He said to them, guys, coming up, this is where the game could be won or lost. You need to make plays on both ends. Stay focused, stay locked in, trust one another. And see if they can keep that trust going.
Thanks so much, David. Outside Fournier. It's in!
And really, come on now, that kind of drive is what you love about Fournier. No fear at all in terms of taking matters into his own hands.
Curry looking around from the arc. No good on that one. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 7. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Gobert trying to get open. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Fournier. And so it's Detroit with the W. They seem to relish their role. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.